I don't actually have a question to start this video with, and you probably know what it's about because you probably saw it in the thumbnail. Welcome to or welcome back to the channel. My name's Ads. Over the last couple of months, I have been trying to learn how to shoot air rifles correctly in order to be able to shoot prey more effectively. Now, in doing that, this channel has grown into something of its own, and it's overtaken me. It's exceeded any of my expectations in such a beautiful and wonderful way. In the last video, I was trying to shoot 50 yards with an MPO2, this MPO2, and the comment section absolutely lit up, and people were talking about different ways that I could try to close down the groups and everything. That's definitely something that's going to be happening. But for a minute, this one's taken center stage. If you've been under a rock, you won't know that the HW100 is a very, very popular gun. It stood the test of time for decades. Everybody absolutely adores it. I don't think there's a gun on the internet that has had that's had more reviews than this one. I must have watched easily 40 different YouTube videos featuring this rifle, and this particular one is incredibly special, and I shall tell you for why. Now, a lot of you, if you're not new to my channel, would have seen John from Hawkeye TV. John's been a massive supporter, and he's been a good friend ever since I started shooting. And he knows, as well as a lot of my other subscribers know, that I've been looking for a 177 after shooting Darren's at the range. I decided that a 177 was definitely going to be a valuable addition to the channel. Probably keeping my eye out for another budget 177. I'm my partner's carer, which doesn't bring in a lot of money, so I had to be careful on what I could spend. John let me know that Celtic Guns actually had this HW100 come in. So I got hold of Celtic Guns. Brilliant Celtic Guns, couldn't have been more helpful if he tried. And he agreed that it would be perfect for my channel, and very kindly agreed to keep hold of it until I was in a position to buy it. So I sold a couple of bits and pieces, and it's also my birthday, so pulled resources for that as well from Jet. Thank you, sweetheart. A bit of backing from Cornwall Pest Management, chose my hat, and managed to get about half the value, half the money together to buy this gun. Now, the other half of this gun, and this is why this gun's so special to me, was paid for, believe it or not, by you guys. You guys bought half of this gun for me. So for that, I'm incredibly grateful, and a lot of people say that, but genuinely am. Couldn't be more grateful to every single person that watches my content, interacts with my content. The ad revenue from the last couple of months has paid for half of this rifle. So with that in mind, it's not just mine, it belongs to this whole entire channel. I know that some people aren't too keen on people earning money on YouTube, and they got a bit of a jaded opinion of people that do earn money on YouTube. For me, it's about being actually proud that what I'm doing is working and people enjoy it, and I'm being rewarded for that in being able to afford to buy this gun. So thank you to every single one of you, and a massive thanks to this guy as well. I've forgotten his name off the top of my head. I forgot that I had an app called Buy Me a Coffee, and he actually bought me 3 coffees because he knows how much I've been spending on pellets. So the pellets for today, which are QYS streamlined, they are 9.56 grain. I'll put the picture here properly. These are actually paid for by a guy who bought me 3 coffees because he enjoyed my content. So thank you very much. Sorry, I couldn't remember your name. But that's enough showing of emotions now. Let's go and actually shoot this rifle because I am itching to figure out what it can do. I'm not going to review this gun because there's no point in me reviewing it. A lot of people have done reviews on it. I think John's going to do a review on it. All I can do today is tell you what I love about it. And what I love about it is, I mean, look at it. I'll put my AGS 4-16x56 on the top of it for the moment. I do actually have another scope on the way from a company called CV Life that they're very kindly sending me, so that's going to be on here. But this rifle, from a beginner's perspective, it couldn't be more simple to use. Well, I got it back into the kitchen yesterday after picking it up from Celtic Guns. I stood in the kitchen and I cocked it. That flew open. Already, I was thinking, that doesn't seem right. Take the magazine out a sec. So, and it literally clicked back a tiny little touch, and I thought, well, that doesn't seem right either. And then it very effortlessly folded forward. I thought, that doesn't seem right. And then I pulled the trigger. Hardly any sound. Genuinely thought, I don't think it's working. So I put some pellets in it, which couldn't be more simple. Flick that open. You fall straight in there, you click it shut, now you're loaded. I genuinely thought that there was a problem with it. Turns out there isn't. It's absolutely fine. That's exactly what it's supposed to sound like. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'll get it zeroed a little bit and I'll join you back here in a sec. Does that sound good? Perfect. Perfect. Let's do that. Alright, I'm going to try and get this video away from being just a self-indulgent show of emotions and actually try to talk a little bit about my thought process here. The reason I wanted a 177 for the channel is because target work has become a lot more interesting to me. There's a lot more about it that sort of sets me on fire a little bit, and I'm hoping that this rifle's going to be a bit of a game changer. See what its zero is like a sec. One of the other bonuses is that you can't double cock this rifle, which is absolutely phenomenal for me. I've got quite a long pull on the trigger at the minute, so it's a two-stage trigger, but I've got a feeling I'm going to have to adjust that maybe slightly. We'll see what it's like. So I'm just going to try and zero it a sec. Well, I'm nearly there. It's nearly there. Brilliant. Makes my life a little bit easier. Wow. I love this trigger. This trigger's got two stages to it, but there's no snatch, there's no bite to it. You can literally, if you can see my finger there, I can go straight, very gently through. Love it. It's like butter. I mean, I could probably afford to get rid of a little bit of the travel on that if it is adjustable, but I can definitely live with that. The reason I haven't been showing you what I'm doing is because I'm literally just shooting on a little tiny splatter target that I put up next to it. But what I'll do now is I will shoot the middle splatter target a second so that I know that you could definitely see that. So I want to improve my accuracy. I know that it will group. Let's go for a group a second, and then I'm going to try and dial it into the bull, but we'll go for a group a second. The right hand cocking lever's spot on. Oh my God. It's incredible. This is incredible. It almost feels like I'm not supposed to be able to do it. Right. So what I'm going to do now, as a professional, I'm going to fire one more. Just going to fire one more, just because I can. Oh. Okay. That brings us to a great position where I can show you just how easy it is to load this. So you've got the teeth on the back which face towards you. And so you literally just drop them in and poke them in. So you could actually do it with one hand if you wanted. You could do it, but I've got two hands, so I'll do it with two hands. No spinning anything round. There's no mechanical bits to this. So from a beginner's perspective, the difference between this one and the MPO2 are obviously significant. Massive engineering differences, all of those things, but absolutely do not feel that you need to have one of these. The MPO2 is absolutely fine. Budget rifles are absolutely fine. But I'm spoiled, ain't I? So with that said, let's try the target to the left of the one I've just been shooting. Let's go for the corner dots on that target. Pulled that, did I? Let's do that one again without pulling it. Thank you. There's no doubt in my mind that you could dial this in at way tighter as well. Right, I've got a feeling, and don't quote me, now I was about to move to a different distance away. I've got a feeling it's just let it in. So what I'm going to do to try to prove that to myself before I start pushing it out further distances out, I'm going to go for the target to the right of my first one, and I'm going to see whether or not it's actually let it in now. That was me. Now, one of the things I will say, 2 seconds, any problems that you're seeing here, any sort of discrepancy is 100% me. Okay. Boom. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do, I was going to try some other pellets today. I don't really see the point. I wanted to see what the gun shot like, and I want to see what it shoots like over distance now. So I'm going to go and move those targets up a little bit more. But these QYSs seem to be absolutely fine, especially over the shorter distance. It's a little bit foggy today, so I think I'm going to go for the 40 odd, right, the 45 rather than the full 50. And I've got a feeling Darren's been doing some work up there, so bear with. Right, so I've set up on the 35 now because there was already a target there. So I'm gonna, what I'll do is I'll try 2 mil dots and see whether I get anywhere close. Whoa, that skimmed straight across. So now let's try 1 mil dot. 1 mil dot. I can't really say fairer than that, can ya? 1 mil dot that is. And try and get dead on the ball. Oh, just shy. Oh my days, man. So that was 35 metres. Absolutely eating it. Okay, I'm going to stop. 35 metres. It absolutely eats it. As with most of my videos, there's going to be someone there going, oh, what do you expect? I expected it to be good, but not in my hands. Literally, I did that. I think that grouping's absolutely fine. I think these QYS are performing well over that, and I think this HW100, this is a dream to shoot, honestly. Right, safety on. I'm going to move the camera now, and I'm going to move it to 45. I don't think there's any point in playing at 35 now. Let's go to 45. Let's go to 45. Let's just do that. Right, so I'm going to do exactly like I did last time. I'm going to have a little go with... I'm going to try 2 mil dots, and I'm going to try the... There are going to be some people who are saying, oh, you shouldn't be using splatter targets. I was only going to use the splatter targets for messing about, but this video's fast run away with itself. This is absolutely the most fun I've had at the range ever. Calm yourself down, lads. Just chill out a bit, mate. So hope I don't hit the bloody GoPro. What? This is a real good test of the regulator as well, because the air pressure is actually running low. Bit of a flyer there. What I might do is at 120. It's at 120, so I'm going to keep going like this for a minute. It's at 120. I honestly can't grumble at that though. Wow. Well, I'm going to see if I can hit the top left hand. That's not far off, is it? That's 45 bloody metres. Come on. I'm absolutely fine with this. Absolutely fine. I'm going to finish this magazine. That was me. I'm getting too carried away. Bottom right. Holy. Right, from a beginner's perspective, one of the observations that I've made that I think is really relevant is that the difference in trigger. They're both great triggers from my uneducated and unexperienced mind. The trigger on that one is very firm, very solid, and it's very definite. This one, and please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments and what have you, lends itself a lot more to this kind of thing because it's way more, there isn't any snatch. That one pulls, stops, pulls past that bit, which I'm fine with, but this one just pulls and then just, it sort of gives you a hint that you need to stop there a sec and then goes, go on, I'll fire. This is why I don't review guns, by the way. So now, I think it's fair that we move it out to the 50, which I wasn't going to do today. I was literally going to stick at the 25 and see if I could zero it and get it firing groups at 25. But now I'm going to take it to 50. This is mind-blowing, isn't it? I mean, we'll talk about it in a sec. Let's go move it to 50. Come on. Right, out at 50. So I'm going to go for, first of all, you won't see this one. I'm going to go, I want to know where it's landing. So I think you can't double cock this gun either. From a beginner's perspective, that is a win. I'm going to go for 3 mil dots and I'm going to go for the right hand target there. Oh, that's not far off, is it? Truth is, I can't actually see where they're going very well. I'm gonna do the air. I'm gonna charge the air up, I think. One of the things that I've done, one of the differences I've made, is I've fitted quick adapters. This has made a big difference to me. This is from Best, these are from Best Fitting. There's like a couple in a pack, so it's made it a lot easier to just switch over. So definitely worth looking at. So I've boosted the air back up now. The air's back up to 200, but this is actually regulated, which my MPO2 isn't. And I hadn't mentioned that yet because it hadn't even occurred to me how much of a difference it's making. That's incredible. Let me just try and fire this a minute. Oh, I need to cock it. If I cock it first, it tends to work much better. Right, so I think we're at 3.5 mil dots. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3.5. Gentle squeeze. Right. That's 50 meters, man. Okay, I'm going to go for a group now, where I've just been. There's a bit of a flyer there, I think. I can't really tell, but right, I'm going to go for the target next to that one because I can see that one better. I got to be completely honest. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I'm not very good at shooting yet. But this has made it so much easier. Now, it's partly because it's a 177, and I did figure out that the 177 was a lot more accurate over the range when I was shooting Darren's over a longer distance. But there's just something about this that is making it so much more... It just makes so much more sense. Right. Something I've never tried, especially not on the channel, is to shoot stood up off the hand. So I'm going to try that and see whether or not I can do anything with it. Oh, that one was off, wasn't it? It's not bad. Basically, the upshot of this entire video was just for me to come out and have a go with this new rifle and to express my absolute gratitude to absolutely every single one of you. Not really much more I could say. There's not really much more I could do. Over the 25, 35, 45 and 50 meters, absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to put this into proper action. And I know there's going to be some people who are thinking, you know, you preferred the budget side of things, you preferred it when I was shooting the MP02, and I get that, and I'm going to still be doing all of those things, but obviously I wanted to get better at shooting, and I wanted to progress, and my kit needs to progress, and everything needed to progress, and thanks to you guys, that's actually happening now, and I really, really am grateful. And people say that a lot, but I genuinely am grateful. I really do appreciate you watching this video, and like and subscribe if you want. If not, just keep watching the videos, because it does obviously make a massive difference. I'm actually going to keep shooting now because I've got another little bit of time left before I have to go. But you don't need to see me shooting and shooting and shooting. I'm going to mess about with it. It's an absolutely wonderful gun. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, cheers, and bye.